Hello guys, it's MashTec here. In today's video I want to show you how to install some low profile analog sticks to your RG350. If you keep playing games where you don't need an analog stick like Game Boy Color or NES games, you might find these analog sticks a bit annoying while you play. Especially when you hit the action buttons on the right hand side, the analog stick on the lower right side are a bit disturbing, because they're always in the way of your thumb. That's why I decided to order some low profile or flat analog sticks for my RG350. After searching around in the web, I found some low profile analog sticks modeled by Raven Killet. And I like these sticks because they're really low profile and they have this grid surface on the top that I hope still give you enough grip to get a reliable input. So in this video I want to show you how they are installed and how they look like on the RG350. I will also do some gameplay and test how they perform in games and how reliable the input with these sticks is. So let's switch over to the RG350 and open it up. Alright guys, so let's install the sticks to our RG350. And before we start, please ensure that your RG350 is definitely turned off. It's better you're gonna double check it on the power LED up there. It should definitely be turned off. And then we have to turn over our device to the back. And there we will find 4 screws in each of the corners. And we have to remove these screws with a cross screwdriver, one like this. Yeah, so let's start removing the back plate of our RG350. Alright, now that we've removed our screws, one of mine is still stuck in there, but I already loosened it, so it should be no problem to get it out when we remove the backplane. On the right hand side there should be a small gap where you could get in between with your fingertips or your fingernail, and from there you can start opening up or removing the backside. Just be gentle with it. It has some little plastic noses that will release when you put a little pressure on the backplane. And here we are. Swapping it over like this. There is a small cable connecting the battery to the main board. And now we find the 2 analog stick backplanes. It's on this and this side. So next step is going to be to remove these boards over there. Alright, now that we've removed all the screws, all the 4 screws from each of the analog sticks back plates, we can now lift up the 2 boards, and as you can see, just be gentle with the ribbon cable up there. There's no need to remove them, but handle them with care. We can now unplug the existing caps, so just with some gentle pull. Okay, got one of it gone. Now let's go over to the other. Okay, so these are the caps that come along with your RG350. Let's put them aside. And let's unpack the custom caps that I got from SAKURARETROMODDING. And they sell it for 10 euros. Pretty good price. Let's open this package up. Okay, get this out. Removing this cover here. And open up this little box. Okay, and here we got our custom caps. Just put them out. Yeah, and this is how they look like. Maybe you can see right there. They got this grit surface on the top, and it's really, yeah, it really has a high grip, so I don't think we're gonna slip over it. So let's take these, and maybe as you can see, there is a little hole in the middle, and it's not a square, it's a rectangle. So let's put it on top of the stick again in the just like this, and once again just push it down gently because the stick will keep moving around. Okay, get the first one in. Now let's take the second one. All right, okay. So far so good. Now we have to reverse the order. So put the boards back on and fitten them with the screws. By the way, don't put too much pressure on the screws. We don't want to damage the screws or the holes where the screws drive into. So a light pressure is fairly enough to fit in the boards. Now let's do the same for the second board. And we're done. Okay, now that both of the analog sticks boards are back fitted, we're gonna flip over the back plane to our RG350, and yeah, be sure that the shoulder buttons are still in position, and gently push the back plane back on your RG350. You should hear that it is in the right position when it clicks. And just to be 100% sure, just turn it around and be sure that there is no gap. Oh fuck, it accidentally turned on. That there is no gap in between the mid frame and the back plane. So like here, maybe you can see. So I have to gently push here. Okay, now everything is back tight again. Now let's fit in the screws on the back side. All right, and that's it. Now let's turn it back around and see what we got. And as you can see, now we have these low profile analog sticks here, and as you can see, they're slightly higher, or they almost have the same height as the D-pad or the action buttons, and that's perfect for me. And I think it looks way better than the original one. So I think now it's time for some testing. Therefore, let's switch over to the input tester and see what the inputs are doing. Let's see if we reach all the corners. So let's start with the upper left side stick and move it to all the corners. So there's a little dead zone there. So I don't really reach the upper left corner for some reason. The lower left corner is almost perfect. The lower right corner is perfect, so I completely reached that one. Same with the upper right corner. Yeah, but for some reason, oh, no, okay, no, perfect. Okay, no, that's fine, it's fine. Okay, I can reach all the corners. Now let's do the same with the lower right analog stick. See if we can reach all the corners or see if we have any dead zones there. Looks good, looks really good. Okay. Except the lower right corner. Yeah, no, we can't reach it. Okay, so seems like it calibrates somehow. Oh, okay, good. And even pressing the thumbsticks works perfect. All right, that's the first test we want to do now. Let's go and check some games that make use of the analog sticks. Therefore, let me switch over and play some OpenLara, for example. They're really handy, so I don't have the feeling like I could slip over it. So now let's see how it moves. Okay. Yeah, works perfect. So I really have a good grip, even if I put a little more pressure on the stick, my thumb doesn't slip over. So perfect here. So let's try the opposite way. Let's go back. And yeah, to be honest, I'm a person who thinks if I press harder, the person or the character might run faster. So I'm most of the time I'm pressing harder than it's really necessary. So yeah, perfect. I really like it. Now let's switch back and see if we can check another game. Let's try Devolution X. I already like the freedom of moving my thumb around without getting stuck here on the original analog stick that was previously installed, and they move pretty nice. They flip back into the original position as soon as you leave them. So okay, now let's walk around using the analog stick. Okay, and in this game we use the right side analog stick to move the mouse, and this works perfectly. So walking around and moving the mouse cursor over the screen works perfect. Okay, I'm really satisfied with these sticks. And they look perfect on the RG350. I think it gives it a way better look with these sticks on it compared to the original ones. And you don't lose the comfort in playing, so yeah. Alright, let's switch over to our PlayStation games. Here they are. And let's try Gran Turismo. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. So the sticks perform perfectly in the game. Very responsive. No problem in losing grip on them. Okay. I'm just a bad Gran Turismo player. Very sensitive. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the sticks. They, in my opinion, they make the RG350 look way better, and for only 10 bucks or 10 euros in my case, it's a pretty cheap mod, and it really makes sense because you don't have the problem reaching your action buttons on the upper right side of the device, because now the height of your right side analog stick is almost the same as the action buttons. I think it's even quite lower. If you see here, from here, they're even a bit lower, so perfect. Alright guys, I will leave you the link to these custom caps in the description of the video. They fit perfectly to the device, so there's no gap in between the stick and the frame of your RG350. And beside the better look of the device, they are really handy and they have a high grip. Yeah, I really like them. So if you're interested in modding your RG350 like this, go and get your pair from SAKURARETROMODDING. So what do you guys think of this mod? Is this something you would do with your RG350? And what would be your favorite color? Would it still be black or something with more contrast like white or orange? Let me know down there in the comments. So for now I want to say thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!